why I had
Are you guys for the plan?
Good evening, I'm District Secretary Nicole Gonzalez. It is Tuesday, October 18th, 2016, and this is a regular meeting of the Dublin San Ramon Services District Board of Directors. Presiding this evening is President Pat Howard.
Call this meeting to order. Please join me in the pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Director Duarte,
Here.
Director Michalak, here. Director Von Peter Leopold,
Here.
Vice President Halkett,
Here.
President Howard.
Here. Special announcements, if you've got none listed on the agenda. Public comment. Let's see, general comment. Moving on to reports.
Yes, we have the event calendar. There's a meeting at Derwa, and that meeting will be on Monday, October 24th, here at DSRSD in the boardroom. We also have a wastewater treatment plant neighborhood annual meeting, and that's next Tuesday, the 25th. We've gotten no RSVPs from any of the board members, and therefore we're not going to notice it as a board or committee meeting unless somebody's going to tell us shortly that they are going to attend, or through to more board members, we would notice it as a meeting that apply the plan of appointments. And no late-breaking correspondence to or from the board.
Agenda management, any reason to rearrange things? All is good. Okay, joint powers of authority and committee reports, we have a liaison. Have all that?
Yeah, I mean, it takes a while for the written stuff. It was our typical, becoming more commonly, very pleasant meeting with our cohorts from Pleasantville. The longest topic was about the Synagro, magic device that turns, sludge into all sorts of good things. Let them know that, we authorized one more tranche of money. We're going to try to get this thing paid for. At least talk about it intelligently. Because it's in their city, understandably, they're a little more nervous about this new facility than we would be. We get that. Do a little education about dewatering, and if you don't do the Synagro thing and you want the DODs to be protected by a backup, then dewatering is important. The trucks are still going to move around because you have to get rid of the sludge. So it was a good session. I think everybody kind of came out on the same page. We're going to check in about the project in maybe a year or so once we know about it.
I don't know, remember my plane was late?
Oh, okay.
I got here in the traffic, you were adjourning.
Yes. We talked a little bit about the zone and their fixed charge concept with their new fees, and Pleasanton had already passed a resolution that kind of half support, support with a couple of caveats, and we informed them that we weren't going to pass anything formal, but we kind of lined up on what we wanted, a sunset for the drop charge, or at least the drop charge dying every year and having to be re-upped, and that'd be equitable and such. Anything else in that meeting? Those are the two big topics, I think.
Yeah, and then we just did a kind of a recap on where we are
Oh,
on
IPR.
joint feasibility study, global use, and holding biology. We're all working together.
But most of the principals at that meeting were at the other one, for the body-wide thing, so, yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, good meeting, everybody's going to each other. Everybody seems to be pulled up in the same direction, so.
They're more worried about the election than
Yeah.
IPR at the moment.
Yeah, frankly, I think both of them were on the ballot. One of them's
Yes,
both were on the ballot, so they were distracted. Anyway, that's all we did.
Okay. Okay, approval of minutes. This is our regular meeting, the last one, October 4th.
Move approval. I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None? Okay, that passes unanimously. Consent calendar, 8A through E.
Can I pull 8D real quick?
Sure.
Just one question, then I'll move approval of, outside well, it says been pulled, A, B, C, and E.
A second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None? That carries unanimously. Okay, so 8D.
So my only question is, are we really extending this program for 4 years for .87 DUEs?
Yes.
Does that make any sense at all?
Just to Dublin.
.87 DUEs, like, 8/7 to 80% of a house?
Yeah.
It's very important.
It's on the blind up, I
Somebody's gonna get 8/10 of a house, and they really, desperately won't get it. This
That's not
program
that
doesn't
bad,
exist.
3/4 of a car.
2 bathrooms and a sink.
I mean, it'll be used to draw down, connection fee for a restaurant or something like that.
What's,
Small
what's,
incentive,
what's 8/10 of a DUE worth?
$12,000.
I'm for approval of 8D.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None, that passes unanimously. So now we'll move on to board business, item 9A, and this is a first reading of an ordinance. The ordinance is entitled Ordinance of Dublin San Ramon Services District modifying sections 3.60.010, 3.60.020, 3.70.010, and 3.70.080 of this district ordinance, and to revise the time of vesting of water and wastewater capacity rights and for payment of associated capacity reserves.
I'll move that we waive the reading.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None, that carries. Okay.
I have a request. Aren't we supposed to be clear on our agenda as to what the topic's about?
Yeah, it's about District Code Sections 360,
Yeah,
360.
When you read the title, it sort of covered a lot of
Yeah.
information right
But
there.
couldn't it read like regarding, I don't know, sewer permits or something? So that the public has some chance of understanding what's on our
Rather
agenda?
than just the code numbers?
Yes, that's a better way to do it, and when we have the second reading, we'll include that.
Thank you.
And when we need an ordinance change next time, we'll go beyond just the numbers you write.
It is in the staff recommendation, so anybody who was looking at the agenda would actually see that it governs vesting of capacity rights and payment of
If-
reserves, capacity reserve fees.
If they went as far as to read the summary in red,
This is true.
Yeah.
which
But I
they
mean,
probably wouldn't do, they'd just look at the agenda.
It could be.
Anyway, moving on.
Thank you.
Okay, on to 9B, adopt a statement of opposition to Proposition 53, number 1516 ballot. So if the state of California proposes bond financing for new projects, the voters of the state of California already have to approve the bond measure, and this is a proposition that would add a redundant level of voter review. So after voters had approved the financing for a project such as the Proposition 1 bond, which provided $2.7 billion for storage reservoirs, summer reservoirs in California. If this were approved, the voters would have to come back later and approve the actual project. So kind of an odd situation where voters approve the financing and then years later they're asked, well, are you okay with the project? So we're recommending, and it's suggested by the Association of California Water Agencies, that the resolution be adopted in opposition to Proposition 53. And if the board agrees that, we'll do the rest of this out tomorrow. Justification for opposing Proposition 53.
One little interesting nuance, as I read the proposed initiative, it would actually require a statewide vote on a local project. So a local project was, if that magnitude was approved, everybody in the state would have a chance to say no.
And they would have no direct or indirect impact on
Right.
local
So if there
project.
were a large desal facility built in the Bay Area, we would have to go get, even if it was like financed even in a small part by the state. We have to go get their approval statewide for our project.
That explains the ad. I think it's a fireman that talks about people in LA voting on your project, and I kept thinking, what is he talking about?
It was discussed at length at the CSTA conference, and I think the consensus was the intent may have been well-intentioned for the language, but the way it's written, as Carl just said, it's clumsy and
Well, it's
misleading.
solely aimed as a chance to derail the Delta fix. That's the only reason this proposition exists.
Probably so.
Yeah.
I'll move the approval.
I'll second.
Okay, any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. That carries. Okay, and then 9C, presentation on Zone 7 Water Quality.
Zone 7 recently completed their biannual water quality management program report. We do this every 2 years. They're a little late on it this year. And I thought this was a good time to give you an update on water quality issues in general. So first, just to get you started, I'm going to define water quality a little bit because I use these terms, so I want to explain what they are before I go on. So there's primary drinking water standards. Those are set to protect human health. They usually have maximum contaminant levels, and the maximum contaminant levels are set to ensure that there is no health effects. Then there's secondary drinking standards, and those cover aesthetic qualities, kind of like odor, taste, color, and things like that. And then there's maximum contaminant level goals, and those are sort of goals that are set. They say, here's a contaminant. They don't set a regulation for it, but they say they set a limit that they think there's no way it will have a health effect if you go below this limit. So Zone 7's water quality policy has the following goals. They want to meet the primary water quality standards, but not just meet them, they want to meet 80% of them. So if it says, the standard is you can't have more than 10 milligrams per liter of this chemical, they'll say, we'll aim for 8, right? So they're trying to have a little bit of a margin there. So their policy has that as a goal. They also want to meet the secondary standard maximum contaminant levels and mitigate earthy, musty taste, reduce hardness to moderately hard, minimize poorness odors, and improve the source water quality. So whenever they have an opportunity, like with the Delta fix, which would improve water quality, they would support it. So those are the stated goals of the Zone 7 policy, and we've met all the drinking water standards. So we put out our annual water quality report, which is going to provide a lot on Zone 7's water, and we've met all the primary standards. But I want to talk a little bit more about sort of the issues that I want to talk a little bit more about just some of the other water quality issues that are out there that you may hear about, and that Zone 7 is, sort of has projects in the pipeline to maybe address. And so the first one is the earthy, musty taste and odor. So this doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's pretty memorable to our customers. And it's caused by algae blooms in the Delta or even in Del Val. Right now with EPA, they set limits, secondary standard limits on geosmin, and I'm not going to say that very important, that's what people call it. So they set standards on that in which they think people will be able to smell or taste it if these two sort of byproducts of algae are found in the water. And so with Zone 7's targets, what they do is anytime we have 3 water complaints about the taste of the water, anytime we have 3 of those within a 7-day period,
the earthy musty complaints, they will add powder activated carbon at their treatment plant, and they'll try to address the problem. So over the years, we've always been concerned about this taste. But now in the last year, in 2015, EPA is thinking about issuing monitoring guidance, and they issued drinking water health advisories for 2 cyanotoxins. So sometimes when the algae is blue-green algae, when it dies, they can release neurotoxins. So you may have heard a news story about a dog drinking water at Chabot Reservoir and dying. So that's a consequence of that. So EPA is now getting interested in the cyanotoxins, and they're going to be looking into, or they're going to probably start asking water agencies to monitor for these things. Now, DWR has been monitoring in the Delta for these since 2013, and they haven't detected it thus far. But Zone 7 has had in the pipe for a while an ozonation process, adding an ozonation process at their treatment plants. And ozonation can be very effective in dealing with these cyanotoxins. And so they want to move forward with that project. Actually, I think they're in design right now for that project, and that'll do a number of things. It'll help when they do have poor water quality, their filters they don't have, and they don't have the capacity. So it'll help with their filter capacity. It'll deal with the taste and odor issues, and it'll also address these cyanotoxins. So next, a hot topic always here for the district is hardness. And Zone 7's target is that they'll have try to keep it at a moderate hardness, and that's at 150. This is kind of a tough one to see, 150 milligrams per liter or less. This has always been a very tough target for them to hit. We do have the Demon facility, which helps with that because it's mineralizing the groundwater. In the drought, they didn't use much groundwater at all, but when they did even run the Demon facility because when you run that, you lose about 10% of your water to brine. So it's a tough target to hit. They put in the first Mocho Demon facility, and there's always been plans in their CIP to put in more Demon facilities. Those are kind of getting pushed out, and I'll show you later on in the presentation about where they are in the time. And I'll just show you a little bit where we are in this target. So this is 2013, so you can't really see. There's a band you can see below the 150 level. It's kind of yellow, but you can't see it very well on the slide here on the screen. So 150 is the line, and you can see sometimes we hit it on the average, but lots of times we're exceeding it. So that was 2013. There's 2014, way high. And there's 2015. In 2015, used almost very little groundwater. In 2016, right now, there almost little groundwater.
2014 was all groundwater. They turned off the
2014,
project.
when you saw that jump actually there, that was when the state water project was going to shut us off, and they were just eking by a little bit from the state water project, and they were pulling it out of the. So you can't always say, oh, the Demon's running, we're going to have soft water, because there's issues going on, whether Pleasanton's using groundwater or whether Pleasanton's, what their demands are on the system, what our demands are, and who's the water different ways. So what we get is kind of always.
But is it fair to say then that when we pick the modality for IPR, not running it through the aquifer may be beneficial? Some of the other choices, put it in Del Valle, put it right upstream of their treatment plant may be better for the hardness situation.
Well, that water can be whatever hardness we want, it will be no hardness.
Exactly. So, but the minute we dump it into the aquifer, we
But if you put it in the aquifer, it'll actually dilute, right? It'll actually give your
it'll leach minerals like that and become hard.
When we have it, you're always going to have to, the pH of it is so low, you're going to have to put something back in it. So now let's do that. Next one. issues that are out there you may have heard about is Chrome 6, so chromium and the flint issue with lead in the water. So chromium 6 is sort of the chemical made famous by Aaron Rockfish. And although EPA has sort of been considering doing something with Chrome 6, there is no federal standard, but there is, California is the only state, and California has a 10 micrograms per liter level on Chrome 6. And Zone 7 has a couple of wells that are really close to the 10. So what they do is there is some blending in the system, so they rely upon some of that blending, but their concern is if they can't rely upon the blending, then they would have to do some kind of treatment. And that's pretty expensive. It's also out in their CIP. They've got it planned for, but they're kind of holding off right now. And then the last one is corrosion control and lead. So there's been the lead and copper rule that's been out there for a water standard since 1991. And we initially maybe had some copper issues, but we have, the Zone 7 has been doing corrosion control ever since it was implemented. And what they do is they control the pH of the water coming out of their treatment plant. So they add caustic soda to make it more basic rather than more acidic. And then that prevents lead from leaching out of the pipes in the system. So we're under a reduced monitoring program under the lead copper rule because we haven't had any, we have like non-detects or very low detects. But because of the issues in Flint, it's getting a lot of attention nationwide, and EPA is thinking about adding more monitoring under the lead copper rule in 2017. So that's something that will be coming down the pipe. We're also hearing that the State Department of Drinking Water is considering requiring sampling for lead in schools. And we've been discussing with Zone 7 and the other retailers what we might do and how we might communicate to the schools. And we'll probably be contacting the schools just to talk about that issue maybe before anything comes out. And then I just want to close with showing this is some of the water quality projects then that Zone 7 has in their CIP. This is a very easy read. So the ozonation that I told you about, that is a $28 million project at Del Val, and they're planning, and their thought is they do Patterson Pass in 2028. But they're starting with Del Val, so that's a $28 million project, not small amount. For dealing with the Chrome 6, they would do treatment at the Stonebridge wells and Chain of Lakes wells. Between those two, that's a $20 million project, and they have that. They've just put that out there at 2020. So it's, I don't know how necessary that project is, but it's, if there's no more issues with the regs, if they don't drop down, they'll be fine and not needed. And then in 2028, they have planned the next phase of DMIN, and that would be doing 6 more MGD of DMIN, and that would be a $36 million project. And to actually hit that 150 target they have, they would have to do get to a total of 11 MGD of DMIN, and that in total would cost over $66 million. So that's the summary. If you have any questions, and there's also Zone 7's report is been attached to the board.
Given all the attention this last year with the recycled water, how about our product? Have we had very many complaints of any kind for any reason whatsoever?
I don't know, because people are using our recycled water?
Yeah. No, I mean, and our drinking water.
So Zone 7 will give us all the retailers, when they have a complaint, they're put it in a database that Zone 7 gets. And then Zone 7 every month gives all the retailers a summary report of the number of complaints. I don't even know if we had a complaint in this last year.
I think I read one recently, there was some, and it tends to be seasonal. So
Okay, so-
Yeah, it picks up during the season where customer service starts here in
So there
Just
was,
curious.
was that in the spring?
spring.
Okay.
I mean, from a constituent perspective, I don't get ground on for musty much anymore, but certainly I have a fair number of people who like to talk about the crunchy water, the hard water. You know, I have a fancy dishwasher that has a water softener in it, with salt, so I just get clean when other people's don't. And, you know, I know they're always talking to you, the guys, about, you know, rank ordering projects and stuff, but, you know, from a naive board member's perspective, it seems like having water is probably rank one, you know, so you know, supply. And then if we start to move on to this, to me, you know, I get ground on more for the, you know, for the hardness. The Chromium 6 seems like you can blend it away, and I'm not sure that's one that we get to look over, and then Taste of the Earth comes every once in a while. And maybe with some new supply that's clean, Taste of the Earth may get blended out too.
Well, does this differ from one end of the valley to the next? I would say-
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I would think we get.
We have the hardest,
Yeah.
Lucky us.
we have the cruddiest water in the whole system.
I would say our water is, it's not only what you drink.
Side would get more
It's
of the
what it's
money.
doing to
Surface
the
water.
pipes
Yeah.
and the seals around on the pipes and not pretty.
Yeah, the ozone project, like I said, a number of years ago, brought that up, and all the retailers, looking into costs, didn't know if you want to go ahead just in case another. But now it's moving in that there's a lot of other benefits and reasons, maybe some help with, maybe somewhat effective also with dealing with constituents and emerging concerns as well.
You know, I noticed when I first moved here, we put the pool in, I was always fighting pH. And now I lost touch. Whatever they're doing on pH is working out really good.
Well, they did
have
shut
worked-
down these wells that were
Yeah.
here on this side. They were horrible.
I'm not as far as pH. I
So
said-
they have been working on, so they have a caustic mixing in that they have been improving that system so that it
Yeah.
mixes better and so that they have a more consistent pH level coming out. And they're going to continue to do that, particularly now that if EPA comes back and makes it more stringent on assuring what's coming out of the plant, I think that's probably where your case
Yeah,
is.
you don't want to be flipping that back and forth with the way they're
And then I didn't see our friends that we found in our samples on this list.
No conflict.
They don't test for that or some other?
Not under, it's not a drinking water standard. Yes. And also this report, Zone 7 deals with the water supply that they're doing, the report that I'm kind of talking to, the big issues. They're dealing with the water that they supply and they don't really deal with what happens after.
But do they test for coliform? or-
They do, because I asked them about it, and I don't know if this is continuing, but I asked them about it.
I mean, it would seem like if there's an MCL for it, they have to test for it.
Yeah, but there are standards that are set for the treatment plant, and there's standards set for the drinking water system. So there's some things they have to do, and then there's some things we have to do. So on the coliform, we have to test, what's that called? There's an acronym for that too. We have to find all the farthest points in our system, all those dead ends and things like that, and then test in those locations. So they have a little bit different rules. But also as far as coliform, they also make sure leaving their plant that we're hitting a certain chlorine residual. And they're also looking at ammonia because we're doing chlorine, so you're mixing ammonia and chlorine, so they're also trying to make sure they don't have too much ammonia.
Very good. Any other questions? Let's see, no action is required, except for the report. Yeah, thank you.
Very good, thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, we'll move on to 9D, work construction.
Try one more time.
So this item is to award an agreement and increase the budget for our field operations, our new field operations courtyard in Upper Circle. So third time is kind of a charm. So we did it the third time. We are asking the board to reject the 2 low bids for the project and award the project to Metcon TI. The lowest bidder was Integra, 11, sorry, so the bids range from $736,000 to $1,006,000. The low bidder was Integra. We are recommending the board reject that bid because on their, when they listed their subconsultants or subcontractors, they didn't list the amount of work that would be performed by this subcontractors. In addition, they couldn't provide the experience modification ratio, which is what we use to judge their safety. Then the second bidder was Cebu. They didn't provide sufficient construction volume experience, so we asked for $5 million in construction volume experience over, I think it was 5 years, and they didn't provide enough experience there. And they also have a mobilization rate that exceeded what we allowed for in the contract. So those were the 2 low bidders, and we're asking that the board reject those bids and award the contract to Metcon and the amount of $920,546. We're also asking for a budget increase on this project. We still think we have a great deal here in buying the building and in renovating it. When we bought the Gleason property, which we still have, we bought that for $5.6 million, and at that time in 2009, we estimated it would take $13 million in improvements to build a courtyard, building a warehouse and office space. So I think we're still, those 2 total up to the almost $19 million, so I think we're pretty much ahead of the game still. So our budget for this project was 6.5. We're asking for 7.35 million to complete the project. We have a lot of things in the project that we did. We put in a control system for the HVAC system. We put in the whole security system that runs just like the security system we have here. We put in fencing. We built materials bins for our construction materials. We're going to be putting in a backup generator. We're going to be remodeling the bigger chunk, the $900,000 for remodeling the building. And we installed all the building networking capabilities. And we're going to be building also a trash enclosure according to building standards. So we're doing a lot, I think, for the additional money. So we're also asking that the board approve a budget increase from the $7.5 million to $7.5 million.
The improvements that you just listed, besides the Metcon contract, the fencing, the paving, the material bins, is that outside of their scope?
That's all outside of the scope. The only thing that is also in their scope is the trash. So they'll be doing the building renovations inside and the trash outside. But we had to hit, because we wanted FOD to move over there, we had to get all the security in and all the fencing in so they could move their stuff in, and we couldn't wait. Oh, we also did purchase and had installed a warehouse shelving, so the warehouse shelving is inside the warehouse part of the building as well.
Everything sounds good to me. The only thing I question, I looked at this, the financial overview chart that you have, and I read it and read it and reread it. What is admin management for $5.5 million originally? I realize it's been reduced by 613, but it's still sitting at 4.8. What is that, Trevor?
That was the estimated purchase price to the building.
Oh, okay. Oh,
You needed the bucket to put that in.
that's- All right.
So is there anything, did we get anything out of the Camp Park facility to reuse or what?
That was nothing. We also did a little under 100,000 to down on that side, clear to the Camp Park side. If we get anything that we can use,
Sounds like still not a kid.
all the materials out of the gym. What we did is we had the demo contractor, so he got all the cargo containers and the tents and things like that. And so he considered that in his price of the demo. So to make the demo price less, you got anything of value he could take out. Yeah, and some of the triple wide, there was a trailer there where they took showers in that had value. The triple wide that they were in just got punched. So it's not something anyone wants.
Even a demo contractor won't take it.
Yeah.
Those guys will scavenge, they'll steal the copper out of your walls and take it.
You need two motions.
Two resolutions.
Two resolutions.
You can do it with a single motion.
You could do a single motion if you wanted, as long as the motion was clear that it's to approve or adopt both resolutions.
Also move.
I'll second that.
Okay, the motion seconded that we award the construction agreement and that we adjust the budget. So, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No, passes unanimously. So, where is it? That was the last one, so now we move on to board member items.
I'll try to make it as quick as I can. I had two things to report on. Number one, of course, is the CSDA State Conference. I'm told that there were over 800 attendees. I was very impressed with the quality and quantity of the breakout sessions. A lot of good subject matter, four of which I brought to the bidding procedures and bid protests and overview, prevailing wage review, which is going to really affect every agency and even more so than it has been. Design, build, delivery, and business contract provisions for your contract. So some very good workshops. These are the ones that I attended. Monday was a tour of the Carlsbad desalination facility, which was in itself quite interesting. They passed a $750 million bond and awarded us $680,000 construction contract after 20 years of permitting and legal wrangling and CEQA, everything that took them to get to that point. And then they built it in less than 3 years. So it's quite an accomplishment. And of course, the final step in the tour was they gave us all a drink of cool, clear water that came from the ocean. But overall, I was very impressed with it. It was my first CSDA conference, and anyone who has never gone, I would strongly recommend that you go. My second meeting was yesterday at the Contra Costa chapter, Special Districts Association meeting up in Martinez. Dan McIntyre was there with me. I think the interesting thing there was the keynote speaker, or main speaker, was a director from Metropolitan Water District of Southern California, Mr. Randy McCreary. Gave some interesting facts about Metro Water. 5,200 covers 5,200 square miles, 19 million residents, affecting a $1 trillion economy, of which there are 26 member agencies. And they just completed purchasing 5 islands in the Delta to the tune of $170 million. One of the ladies in the audience said, "How did you get that one past your ratepayers?" And he had a pat answer, but I think the question we were all concerned about, in fact, one of the members even made the comment, "I appreciate your coming here. Welcome to the Lion's Den," because his presentation, of which I'm going to send to everybody, because the PowerPoint it's informative. Their statement is that they don't want to steal all our water. They don't want us to think that. But they bought these 5 islands because they're in the alignment where the proposed tunnel is going to go. And these islands would be used as a spoils site for the excavation from the tunnel. So it would save, in his words, tens of millions of dollars of cost. When you're looking at a $25 to $50 billion project, you wonder if that. The bottom line is they bought those islands because they think that will help promote and move the project forward. So it was a very interesting discussion. Had a couple of other standard agenda item reports. And the last item was that since Georgine and I accepted the awards for our Contra Costa Chapter of the Year, and she has accepted it for the large district, Central Sam, won the award for a public outreach program that they put on. So I presented those to Betty Goldman for ours and to the head of the board for Central Sam. That concludes my report.
Who'd they buy those islands from? Farmers?
Zurich Insurance.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he emphasized that they were going to let all the farmers renew their leases.
Huh? Guess they just keep farming. Okay, right?
I didn't go anywhere, I just did have one little side about, I need to miss the CASA, or the CSDA event. The only one I'm aware of in the room that it would have affected was Carl. But they scheduled this over the holiest day of the year for the Jewish people. And that kept me from going. I wanted to go, I'm interested in special districts, and I couldn't do it. I mean, it was impossible.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about responding to the notification to CSDA and let them know that for next year, if they would please consent either calendar to forestall a conflict like that, because it's a real disappointment for me. I was planning on attending, and then when I confirmed the date, it was October.
I might suggest, Maddie, these conferences, because of the size, are booked 3 or 4 years in advance. So, yeah, get your letter off now. I know the council one's booked already. I'll start out my report with my report on the CSDA convention. I really enjoyed it. I attended several breakout sessions. Mine were more government oriented, and of course went to a lot of construction things, but they were excellent. My only complaint about the entire thing is it was probably a mile from one end of where I stayed, through 3 ballrooms, and then outside to a tented pavilion in order to see the vendors and have food. My ankles were so swollen by Wednesday night, I could barely walk.
This is San Diego.
Yeah, San Diego. We were in the Sheraton, which is out sort of by Mission Bay, but not quite. It's right by the airport. But it is humongous. And, of course, that's their problem every time when people say, well, can't you stay in less expensive places? And the reason is less expensive places don't have 3 ballrooms. The place was enormous, but good service. I mean, the sessions were great. The motivational speaker that opened up on, because I went to the tour on Monday too, that opened up on Tuesday was fabulous. In fact, the CSDA site has a video of him if you want to listen to it. He was so interesting. And he kept everybody on their feet because he used to be a game show host, of course. His name has totally escaped me at the moment, but anyway, that's right, Ross Schaefer. He had a way of delivering things and keeping you involved in what he was saying rather than, going off like I do. But the Carlsbad tour, back to the Carlsbad tour, that was extremely fascinating. The rows of the filters, like we used to have, go on for a mile at least, and it's four lanes wide in the building. They take in 100 million gallons a day and put out of that 50 million gallons a day of drinking water. And I have to say, it tasted okay. It probably was a little salty more than I'm used to, but only because I'm very picky about water. Everybody else thought it was great. So if you ever get a chance to go down there and tour that, it's amazing. We had to use military type, like going through an airport screening to get in. It was very, very security conscious, yes. And the gate to get in was like the gate out here at the heritage houses where the fire department will go in from San Ramon Road. There's this humongous metal gate that now rolls. The gate was like that. I mean, it was 2 stories tall. It's like you were inside a prison facility. But anyway, obviously they have drinking water security concerns down there, and it was important to them. The keynote speaker on Thursday was interesting. He was a young man who is a violinist, and so he sprinkled violin things or performances throughout his entire conversation. And he actually was very interesting too. It was very motivational, where he started and how he got into the symphonic side of things, because he sort of looks like a young athlete rather than someone you think is playing a violin. But that was really interesting. The next thing I attended and didn't meet, as you heard earlier, was the meeting with Pleasanton. The concerns about the biosolids program does worry me, because I'm sure you all explained to them, as you noted, that there are issues. We can't be doing the dedicated land disposal forever. So we'll see how the election comes out, and if I need to talk directly to Carla, I will. Okay. The next meeting I went to was Friday. Last week was totally DSRSD. Was the CASA Board of Directors teleconference meeting. This was mostly an informational meeting. We didn't have a lot of things to talk about. We've adopted a business plan. The flow and loading study seems to be going on. Nothing really overboard. They have written testimony, or they are going to write, they have responded to some of the testimony from the Little Hoover Commission. As you know, they tore special districts apart in the 2000 report. Now they're looking at, they've started out on special districts again this time, but they said everybody provided them with so much information that they've decided to focus a little bit more in depth on healthcare districts and the climate. But they're not particularly attacking special districts anymore. Somebody managed to convince them that we do have very good specific purposes and we are useful. And then on Monday, I attended the Alameda County Board of Directors Special District Association, and we talked about a lot of things. There's the next meeting in November is going to be at Union City. We're sort of looking for a speaker there. Kind of a strange situation. Union Sand does not want to make a presentation about them, which is highly unusual. And then the dinner meeting and who we could get as a speaker, and the fact that now we're going to take up the 990 filing thanks to Mr. Mahalchuk. And we're going to do all of that stuff. We're really looking at raising the dues, so we have money to do things, like Ed said, Cocoa County Chapter 1, Chapter of the Year, they have a newsletter. They have a lot of outreach efforts in the chapter, and it's time for us to kind of start doing those things too. We're going to move the annual meeting to what used to be Willow Park. Castro Valley is now the Meadows at Redwood Canyon. As you all may have known, the East Bay Regional Park District just changed their vendor. However, it's been a good place to go, and we're hoping that that'll solve some of the problem for the people that come from Oakland and Hayward and run into our horrific traffic over the hill, if we keep them more on that side. And it's really not bad for all of us going in that direction. Castro Valley's not that far away, so we decided to do that. Let's see, and the last meeting I went to last night was just an interesting situation where our local assembly person, Quirk, as you may recall, wrote legislation to do away with the Eden Healthcare District. He's put that on hold, and LAFCO is now holding hearings in San Leandro, Castro Valley, and Hayward about the healthcare district, because we just did a municipal service review, but apparently the mayors of Hayward and San Leandro didn't read it, and supposedly we're unaware of the LAFCO process, and so it's about money. Bottom line, it's about all the money the healthcare district takes in and where it's being used. Dublin is even being accused of taking some of the money, and what's ironic is the healthcare district owns a building here, but they don't provide any services here. But again, it's just tons of misinformation, and we took testimony for like an hour and a half last night. It was a really good meeting, and they're meeting right now again in San Leandro, and then we meet, Hayward, and then we meet November 7th in San Leandro. So it was really interesting to know what a healthcare district did when you don't have a hospital. I think they're doing a really great job, but we'll see how the testimony comes out. And I think that's it. I know, I had a busy 10 days.
Either one. Okay, so now, item 11, closed session. This time the board will be going into closed session and on matters that are described under the agenda. Item 11, there's 2 items tonight. This broadcast will be terminated at this time, since we anticipate there will be no report out of closed session. If there is a report out of closed session, you may contact the district secretary during regular business hours for that information. Thank you for attending. Yeah. TV Lane. You never know. You never know.
I thought I was pretty good. On the special